The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue seas, fields of green and sandy yellow beaches too. The island also has loads of trains and railway lines. But who's that just puffing round the track? It's a tank engine that is named Thomas. He welcomes you to meet his friends working together to make anything just work. 'Cause when an obstacle comes along, the train ride makes it worthless. When friendship and teamwork is on your side, nothing's impossible with Thomas and his friends.
It had been a full steaming start of a new year on the island of Sodor, and all the engines were working extra hard. It had been nearly a whole year since the fire at the Sodor agency, and ever since then, everything was calm and peaceful again. Well, nearly everything. One morning, Thomas and James arrived at the agency to be on duty for the afternoon with Dudley. They were all very excited. It was nearly a whole year since the agency had opened for the first time, and there was going to be an anniversary party with fireworks.
This anniversary party is going to be great, eh, James? Yes. And best of all, the Fat Controller wants us all to look our best, and we're all going to be repainted. I can't wait to get repainted into my shiny red paint. I'll be the star of the party. Hey Dudley, what are you doing? I'm listening to what Finn and Holley are doing. They're talking about something all morning inside the shed. But I don't know what's going on. Really? I wonder what they're talking about.
The engines tried not to listen, but they couldn't help themselves.
It's no good, Holley. We can't keep everyone. Cuts have to be made. Cuts have to be made? We're gonna have to get rid of someone. Get rid of someone? And I think I know who it's going to be. But which one is it going to be though, Finn? Thomas or James? Yeah, just as I thought. Dudley or What? Thomas or James?
Mission 0.
I can't believe Finn and Holley are trying to get rid of us. Why us and not Dudley or Percy? I don't understand. Maybe they prefer idiots instead of stuck-up fools. Shut up, Dudley. Well, anyway, Thomas, I think you're the one that should be leaving. Why? Because you're the one who doesn't help us much on the agency ever since it opened a whole year ago. Oh, come on, James. I'm more hard-working than you are. In fact, if it wasn't for you, I would have got out of full-time shunting duties and got back to what I do best. Branch line work. Branch line work? That's the reason why you don't help us much. True, but they need hard-working engines to help out with missions and stuff. And if I work harder than ever, I'll sure to get my chance of staying in the agency and make you leave. You'll see. Not if a mission comes up. Sorry to stop your discussion, you two, but the Fat Controller is called. He says he needs an engine to pick up Emily's coat hooks while she is being repainted. They need to be taken to the docks. Oh, I'll do it, Finn. Thank you, Thomas. That was really helpful and really useful. Right, I'm on it. Oh, and Thomas, Oh, he's gone. Is there a mission lurking about somewhere today, Finn? Not at the moment, James. It'll just be a quiet morning for the time being. Well, James, looks like we're gonna have a quiet morning together. You and me. Oh, no. This is all I need.
Thomas waited impatiently at the coaling plant.
Hurry up, hurry up! I need to get to the docks as soon as I can!
When Thomas delivered the coal, he saw Finn on the dockside. He and the Fat Controller were talking to the dockmaster. Finn saw Thomas. He wanted to speak to him, but Thomas steamed off as fast as he could. That night at Tidmouth Sheds, the engines were talking about their repaint. I must say, Emily, your new coat of paint looks beautiful!
Why, thank you, Percy. I thought so too. When are you going to have your repaint?
I can't wait to get my repaint! The Fat Controller said that my repaint will be later this evening, so I'll need to go to the steamworks overnight! The trouble is, who will pull my train tonight while I'm away? Just then, Thomas puffed wearily into the sheds. The other engines were surprised at the state Thomas was in.
Are you alright, Thomas?
No, I am not alright. And neither's James. That's right. Something bad's happening to us.
Why? What happened?
We heard Finn and Holley talking inside the agency today, and they're planning to get rid of one of us.
Don't worry, you two. Knowing Finn, he wouldn't want to see any of you two go.
You just don't know, Emily. You just don't know. That's why I'm trying to work as hard as I can, so I'll have my chance of staying. While I'm trying to find a mission, but so far I haven't found any. Well, tough luck, James, because I've been the busiest engine today.
Well, Thomas, if you want, you can take my mail train for tonight while I go for my repaint.
Oh, thank you, Percy. And if you want, I'll take your mail train in the morning as well, as he'll be away for a whole night. Percy, what the heck? I could have taken the train for you. I was about to ask you before Thomas arrived.
Sorry, James. Thomas is my friend, and I want to do all I can to help him.
Besides, James, I think Thomas should be the one staying with Finn's agent team. Real agents solve mysteries, not bragging about their paintwork and rubbing it in other engines' faces.
Oh man, I thought you diesel would have been back by now. Well, tough luck, James. It turns out the damage to our engines is more severe than they thought. And now I know how Sydney feels. Because we've been stuck here for almost a whole year, and because of you, I haven't been able to go anywhere. Well, if you hadn't stood there and took my orders, this wouldn't have happened. Oh, shut up, you military diesel! Well, how do you think I feel, Yeardley? I've been locked up in the diesel works for about, I'll forget. It's 2 years, Sydney. 2 freaking years! Oh, come on. Can't they at least bring one crime? I mean, what happened to Diesel 10? Well, sorry, James. Diesel 10 have been taken to the mainland to get a new engine, after he's been rescued from a nearby lake at the training yard. So, what he means is, he won't be back for a while, along with Splatterman Dodge. Oh man, I'm done. But if I can't find a crime, I'll make one.
The next morning, when Thomas took Percy's milk train, James set out into the morning too, and he wasn't taking the flying kipper. Thomas arrived at the first stop, but he was so sleepy because of all the rushing around and the lack of sleep after doing Percy's mail run that he fell asleep. A few minutes later, when Thomas woke up, he saw Finn waiting by the track. Thomas was sure that Finn would say that he will make him leave the agency. Quickly, he reversed away with the milk wagons still full. Thomas was so busy rushing, he didn't know where he was going.
Why didn't I think of this plan before? I'll hide these sacks and barrels into that tunnel, and then everyone will think that the bags of money from the bank has been stolen, and these drums will be the dynamite to blow it up. I'll show them to where they are, and I'll be a hero, and I'll surely get my chance of... What the... Oh no. Thomas, look out! Centers and dashers! Bust my buffers! Ouch!
Luckily, nobody was hurt, but milk spilled out of the trucks and Thomas's back wheels, and their axles were broken. He couldn't move. Finn hurried over.
Oh my, what a mess! Are you two alright? Yes, Finn. James, are those the sats from a bank? Yes, Finn. Looks like you two got some explaining to do when the Fat Controller gets here. Oh man, now we're really in for it now.
Thomas and James felt very silly indeed. Soon, Percy arrived with the Fat Controller. Bust my buffers! What a mess!
James and Thomas, you have caused confusion and delay. What is the meaning of this incident at this stage of the morning? Yeah, and why have you been running away from me like that, Thomas? Well, you see, Finn, the thing is, we don't want you to throw us out of the agency. What? Why would we do that, Thomas? Because we heard you yesterday saying something about cuts having to be made, and James thought I should be the one that's leaving because I didn't help much, so I'm not really useful anymore. So I thought if I work really hard, harder than ever, I might still have a chance of staying. And I figured if I hid the sats and barrels as if there's a bank robbery, I would guide you to where they are, and I will have my chance too. I'm sorry. Oh, you two. Thomas, you may not help us much throughout the last year, but you are far too useful to leave the agency. You can't always be needed all the time. You got your own branch line to run. You'll still be able to help out on days when you are available. And James, you sometimes had to admit that you have to ask for help. And plus, you can't take things without asking first. I know, I didn't think of that. Well, seeing as it's all a misunderstanding, we won't punish you, would we, sir? I don't see why not, as it was all a mistake. And furthermore, Thomas, Finn and I had a discussion yesterday as well. So, we've got a very special job for you. First, you and James have a special repaint tomorrow morning, and then, Thomas, you are to pick up all the guests from Brendam Dot and take them to the agency for the anniversary party. Really, sir? Thank you, sir. And thank you too, Finn. You're welcome, Thomas. I've been trying to tell you that yesterday. Oh, yes, of course.
Thomas and James smiled. They felt very foolish. Thomas was prepared in time for the agency's anniversary party. He arrived with Annie and Clarabelle with the important visitors. Finn and Holley started to make an announcement.
What's up, James? Oh, it's nothing, Thomas. I just can't help wondering what Finn's surprise is. What, you mean about that cuts having to be made? Yes, but it just doesn't explain why. Oh, shh, we'll explain in a minute. He's going to tell us now. Ladies and gentlemen, engines and vehicles. It gives me great pleasure to celebrate the anniversary of the Sodor Agency. Now, before we get this party started, I have a surprise for the engines and my agents. They have all helped us from time to time, ever since we first came to the island, and we want to thank you for all their efforts. And without further ado... Whoa! It's a picture of us!
Wow! What a wonderful picture!
Yep, that's right. We had it taken weeks ago, but we kept it a surprise. So we can have it framed up ready for the party. But it's the framing that's the problem. That's why we were talking about cuts having to be made, James. Ah, now I understand. That explains everything. Well, I gotta admit, that's the best picture I've ever seen. You're not wrong there, Thomas. You're not wrong there.